Azure Synapse Terraform is a powerful tool that allows users to manage and provision Azure Synapse analytics resources using infrastructure as code. To get started, first understand what Azure Synapse Analytics is, which is a limitless analytics service that brings enterprise data warehouse capabilities to the cloud. Next, understand what Terraform is, which is an infrastructure as code tool that allows users to define and manage their cloud infrastructure using a human-readable configuration file. By combining Azure Synapse Analytics with Terraform, users can manage their analytics resources in a more efficient and automated way. To use Azure Synapse Terraform, start by installing Terraform on your machine and setting up an Azure subscription. Then, create a Terraform configuration file that defines the Azure Synapse resources you want to create, such as a workspace, pool, or database. The configuration file should include the necessary provider and resource blocks to define the resources and their properties. For example, you can define a Synapse workspace using the Azure Synapse workspace resource block, and specify properties such as the name, location, and storage account. Once you have defined your resources, use the Terraform apply command to create the resources in Azure. Terraform will then provision the resources according to your configuration file, and you can verify the creation of the resources in the Azure portal. Best practices for using Azure Synapse Terraform include keeping your configuration files organized and version controlled, using modular and reusable code, and testing your configurations thoroughly before applying them to production environments. Additionally, make sure to follow Azure security and compliance guidelines when provisioning and managing your Synapse resources. In summary, Azure Synapse Terraform is a powerful tool that allows users to manage and provision Azure Synapse analytics resources using infrastructure as code. By following the steps outlined in this guide, users can get started with Azure Synapse Terraform and take advantage of its many benefits, including increased efficiency, automation, and consistency in managing their analytics resources.